simulation and StatCrunch to calculate a probability that involves one of the logic operators, in this case the OR. So we want to calculate the probability in rolling a die of rolling doubles or a sum equals 6. Okay, so we will use the applets again, the built-in applets. And so we go here and we go down to simulation and go down to dice rolling. The number of sides of the die will be 6. The number of die to roll will be 1, and there's a reason for that. And I will then roll the die and roll the die a second time to create a second column for the second die result. And we want to have the sum greater than 1. We want to record all the rolls. So I'm going to compute. Okay, and as before, I want to do a lot of runs, so I'm going to run 1,000. And I'm going to put the results into the spreadsheet by clicking on Analyze. And I'm going to change the name to Roll of First Die. Okay, now I have the results there. And now I'm going to reset this. I'm going to run another 1,000 runs with the second die, and I'm going to put the results in, and it's going to put it in a new column. And I'll change that name to Roll of Second Die. Okay. And now I'm going to analyze this. And again, what we're analyzing is the probability of obtaining doubles or the sum equals 6. So the way I'm going to do that is use summary stats on columns. I have my 2 columns. I want to choose both of them. Okay, and now I'm going to build my query. My query will be either you get doubles, which means that the roll of the first die, add the column, equals the roll of the second die. And now I have the OR operator, or the roll of the first die plus the roll of the second die equals 6. Okay, that's the expression that I want to look at. And now all I need to do is find the number that satisfies it. And then I'm going to compute, and I get 262. Okay. And now, remember, these statistics are not always the best. And what I mean by that is you need to roll it a large number of times, and depending on the situation, it might take even more times to roll. So I know that I've actually gotten different results in the past. So I'm going to run this one more time, the whole sequence. So I'm going to do another roll. This time I'm going to do 10,000 rolls of the pair of dice. And so I'm going to do simulation, dice rolling, sum is greater or equal 6, greater or equal 1. I'm going to compute. I'm going to run it 1,000 times. I'm run it another 1,000 times. Another. I'm up to 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, and 10,000. Now, just to make sure that we're getting close, I'm going to look at the convergence. taking a while to calculate. Should be done soon. Taking its time for sure. Well, instead of looking at that, I'm just going to click Analyze and put it in. Okay, and it's put in the sum of the rolls, and I'm going to call this the same as the previous one, roll of first die, and this time it's for 10,000 rolls. And now I'm going to roll this again. And again, I want to run it 10,000 times. Three more to go. Okay. And now I can save this data to another column. Call this roll of second die. Okay. Quit out of this. Now let me delete these two columns, these first three columns, so I don't get confused. The way you do that is go under Edit, Columns, Delete, and I will choose the first three. Okay, and then Compute, and that will delete those columns. And now I'll go into Summary Stats, Columns, and I'm going to select these two again. Okay, and now I'm going to build. Should have the history there, and there it is. Okay, and I'll click on OK, and I will compute again, and this time again I just need the end, and I get 2733. Okay, and now to compute my probability, since I had 10,000 rolls of two dice, I just need to calculate, divide that by 10,000, and that should be, well, let me just do that calculation. I should know how to do that, but just to be safe, I will calculate it. Compute expression, 2733 divided by 10, and I will call this the probability of doubles, or sum equals 6, and it will put the result in that column, and there is that probability. All right, so that does the calculation, and I'm going to check this by doing this by hand, and you'll see that in the discussion forum. All right, that's it.